This is the Reebok Crossfit Lite TR, the longest name in shoe history, I swear. I discovered these in about 2016, along the same time I discovered those Vivo Barefoots, and my mind was blown. I couldn't believe that I fundamentally had found a shoe that had all the principles and design that I would want in a skateboard shoe. Now, these shoes were originally designed for powerlifters, but Reebok branded it as CrossFit at the time because CrossFit was a big thing in the late 2000s. So that's why it says CrossFit all over it. I don't really care. I just wanted to use these for skateboarding. But the way that it's designed works so well for my type of skating and just skateboarding overall. I specifically like high top shoes because it protects your ankle from getting hit from boards and helps with a little bit more stability when it comes to rolling your ankle, because that is a frequent injury for skateboarders, and I am one that's been subjected to it. Now, another great thing about this shoe specifically is the way it's designed. So again, this shoe was designed for powerlifting. So the way they designed the outsole is that they've made like these suction cup tread pattern here so that when you press down in the foot, it's supposed to give you a lot more grip on the shoe, and I found that really worked for skateboarding. Over time it did start to wear out on me, so that's why I had to stop skating the shoe ultimately, but it had a lot of grip for not being a skateboard shoe. The other great thing is this TPU heel clip. This really kept my heel and foot overall in a very stable position, so it didn't move that much, so I really enjoyed that. The other thing that's really great is that they have this whole tongue, which is like a breathable mesh, so your foot doesn't overheat in the shoe overall. And they also added these ventilation holes so that your feet don't get that sweaty. My feet don't get that sweaty in a shoe, but it was really great to appreciate that the designers really thought up all the different things that would go into powerlifting. Ironically, not realizing that they would create a shoe that I could use for skateboarding. Now, this material, I believe, is made out of some sort of suede, so it was pretty durable for the most part. I still had to use a spray-on rubber so that it wouldn't get that destroyed from doing kickflips, but it lasted a pretty long time, and I was really surprised by this. But yeah, this shoe blew me out of the water. And the crazy thing is that Reebok made a second version of this shoe, and then they discontinued it for whatever reason. Maybe they weren't making a lot of profit from the CrossFit market because they realized it was way too niche for them. I have no idea. So I actually have I've had 4 pairs of these shoes. I'll show them in the next couple of videos, but this is the first one that I ever got, and I really liked it for the most part. You can still find these on Reebok right now, but I think they might be out of stock. This was a really popular shoe in the CrossFit community, so these sold out really quick. At the time, they were pretty price point. Like, you can get these for like $50 at the time when they first released them, but over time, due to, I don't know, inflation and just capitalism, they started increasing the prices for the shoe. At the time when I looked at the shoe, it was retailing for like $120. I'm like, really? For this? This just basically looks like a Converse shoe with some extra steps. You're kidding me, right? So I was kind of like, all right, whatever. But now if you want to get the shoe online, it's about $180, I think. It might be less than that. Don't quote me on it, but definitely check out Reebok's website for the CrossFit section if you do want to just kind of look at the shoe. You can still find the shoe on eBay as well if you really want to try out the shoe. But yeah, I find that the toe box area, in terms of actual wideness, it's kind of like the Birkenstock. But the other thing I realized about the shoe when I got it is that this is actually a size 8.5. So not exactly my shoe size, but still wide enough that I'm still able to function in it. So when I eventually got the second version of the shoe and just another model, I got a size 9 and it fit really well. But this ultimately was the skateboard shoe that I realized that, hey, barefoot shoes can be made for skateboarding. And this was a clear example of that. Anyways, this has been the Reebok CrossFit Lite TR shoe review.